You ready?
I wonder if I'll win this raffle.
I don't. Maybe.
I never win.
If we were a DFS contest or a bet, you wouldn't.
I'm the Evander Holyfield of the breakfast menu.
I hope that somehow this makes it into the video or the thumbnail.
No, I'm gonna have to watch this one back just to make sure.
What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with the breakfast menu served up by BetMGM, where you can turn big plays into paydays. New customers will start with a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. If you sign up with the promo code BREAKFASTMENU, that's going to be one big word, BREAKFASTMENU. Yeah, I'm reading it all out. I'm spelling it out letter by letter. Make a deposit and bet $10 on any college football game, and you can win $200. Don't skip that. That's 20x.
20 to 1.
Yeah, it's good stuff there. It's really good stuff. Register now. Go all in on the action with the King of Sportsbooks. Terms and conditions apply. Now hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Today, we're talking NFL, and in particular, a little Monday Night Football.
No doubt about it. It's been, listen, NFL season has started. I hope everyone had a good Sunday, but the work is not done. We got one game left, Monday Night Football. Everybody wants action on Monday Night Football. It's kind of a tradition. We're going to dive into an interesting game with the Ravens and the Raiders. Who knows? New stadiums, a lot of injuries, Josh. I know we're going to dive into the picks in a second, but when you looked at the game, was it one that interested you or one you had trouble with?
Yeah, it was one that interested me, but I don't think that's a good thing.
Okay. Wow, bold. Reverse psychology style. I like it. Well, then I'm going to go first if that's all right with you.
Knock yourself out. You got one?
I have two, actually. So one is kind of a bet that I mentioned earlier on some previous shows, which is why you want to be subscribed to the channel. But I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention again. I really like the spot. Going to be a 2 strip of bacon. The line has moved a little bit, but I still see good value. Lamar Jackson over 69.5 rushing yards. I really don't understand this line. This is a situation. First thing with Lamar is, okay, is he going to get the volume on the ground? Because, of course, you need some volume. Well, I looked at the rushing attempts line, and it was at 10.5, and the over was minus 200. That's a good sign. So it looks like he's headed for double-digit carries. Last year, when he had 11 or more carries, the lowest total, he was in the 50s. He was eclipsing the 100-yard bonus in most of those games. He's electric on the ground. His yards per carry is really high, obviously, because a lot of them are broken plays. You know, it's not like a running back where he's running into the center of the line. So Lamar on the outside, getting in space, I think is going to be a serious factor. And then the clear news is they've had the worst offseason of everyone, specifically at one position. Dobbins, Edwards, all these guys are gone. They've still got Williams, but is it really far-fetched to think that Lamar says, okay, in a competitive game here, I'm going to keep the ball a little more. I'm going to be a little more aggressive on the ground. I think those running opportunities are going to be there. And the line is still just minus 125. I got it a little better, personally, because I did hit this last week, but I still like it. I think Lamar is live for the 100-yard bonus. If you want to be aggressive, I'm going to throw it out there at BetMGM. 100 yards, Lamar, 3 to 1. I don't hate that bet either if you're really looking to up the variance. So all things Lamar rushing, what do you think about that?
I have to assume that I hope that it loses because one strip of bacon on the Las Vegas Raiders outright, plus 180 for the game. How's that feel?
Honestly, being completely honest, I think that might help my Lamar rushing, because if they're behind, if they're controlling and whatnot, I think Lamar could be a little more conservative. If they're down, he may take off on some more scrambles because it's all hands on deck. So continue. Talk to me about these Raiders.
Yeah, that works for me. So just out of the gate, PFF rankings. Raiders, 8th on offense, 24th on defense. The Ravens, 12th on offense. Yes, worse than the Raiders. 11th on defense. To me, that's like two pretty similar teams. You're just getting there in different ways. Obviously, there's a little bit of turmoil in the backfield for the Ravens. I don't really think it matters all that much, but it's certainly been a pretty wild ride over the past 2-3 weeks. I'm a really big fan of Derek Carr. I think he's like just outside the top 10 in terms of NFL quarterbacks, and I don't think that anybody really thinks that. He was 9th in PFF's offensive grades at quarterback last year. By the way, ahead of Lamar Jackson, the opposite quarterback in this game. And Lamar confuses me. 2019 breakout, exceptional. 2020 season worse than Derek Carr? Like, who is he really? I have no idea. A lot of ambiguity as far as I'm concerned for this Ravens team, especially when they have a defense that grades out as, not top 10. I don't really know what I'm supposed to see for Baltimore. So this doesn't really have anything to do with this particular line, but we saw a lot of underdogs win yesterday. I think there's a lot of question marks in the NFL right now. And I think that this line is just a little bit too big for the matchup. It worked pretty well for me for the Saints against the Packers. I'm hoping it works again here for the Raiders against the Ravens.
I definitely don't have a side in this game, but I don't hate backing the Raiders at home. And there are a lot of people who think that maybe the way that the Ravens play is more in the gimmicky category than anything. And when you get a book on it, as they kind of are, you start to figure out how that offense runs. So I think it's possible, even though I don't think this, that Lamar is the type of quarterback that once guys have seen that type of attack more and more, these defenses can diagnose it a lot faster. Whereas in 2019, it was like we've never seen basically anything like this. So I get that. I'm going to go to where I feel like these teams are most projectable, and that's how they want to play in terms of pace, in terms of speed. The over in this game is 50.5, and I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be a downer, going to the under 50.5 for one strip of bacon. We've talked about this all year, and it's not going to change this year. The Ravens like to possess the ball. Third in the league last year in average time of possession at 31, almost 32 minutes a game. The Raiders were also no slouches. Honestly, they were in the top half, 14th, so nothing crazy. But both of these teams are comfortable possessing the ball. But Baltimore is the one. They take a ton of time off the clock. Why? Because they run the ball a lot. And I don't think that's going to change even with the injuries to the backfield. They're not a prolific passing attack. They don't want to be a prolific passing attack. And in a competitive game like this, I think both teams will be pretty comfortable being a little conservative and taking a lot of time, off the clock. The Raiders to maybe keep Lamar off the field a bit, and the Ravens to kind of just do what they do. So I look at this game, I think it could be pretty ugly, not in the sense of inefficient, just two teams that are very methodical. I know people want fireworks. They want 45, 44 games. I think this is more like a 21-17 type game. I'm going to lean to the under here and think that it's a kind of a snooze fest tonight.
Fingers crossed it's 21-17 Raiders, baby.
Yeah, with Lamar having 200-yard touchdowns. How's that?
Sure. It doesn't matter
just
to me. That all works.
Insult. Good.
All righty. That will do it. That is the breakfast menu served up by BetMGM. We'll be back again tomorrow doing the same thing once again. Make sure you're subscribing and liking and all that jazz on the Awesemo Odds betting channel. Survivor picks tomorrow? Is that what we're doing?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm already out, but we'll go ahead and keep continuing either way. Ben can keep it moving. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.